How to raise meat rabbits from start to finish. Raising meat rabbits is one of the most sustainable meats you can raise, the cheapest and the easiest. You can see here we have our 7 does in separate individual cages, and here on the ground is where we raise all of our grow out meat rabbits. We used to do colony style where all the rabbits were out here on the ground, even the bucks, but ended up that the does became super territorial, aggressive, everybody was fighting, and there was some wounded ones, and it just wasn't working out well for us. So putting the does back in cages has been really good, and then letting all of the grow outs out on the ground here works really well for us. We have a separate cage for our bucks. Also bury totes in the ground where they can go down these pipes, and this really helps to keep them warm in the winter and cool in the summer, and they love just having a little place to hide. These are our silver fox doe and her babies, and she had about 6 babies, and we had a problem with her because she was eating a lot of pellets but not a lot of hay, and so she ended up getting what's called Mary poop, and it's like a really soft poop because the hay is really good for their digestion. And she would not get pregnant for probably 3 months until we started changing up her feed, giving her more greens, making sure she was eating her hay. And they actually get too much insulation around their reproductive organs, and it makes it hard for them to get pregnant when they're just eating pellets constantly. Silver fox and Californian meat rabbits are really good meat rabbits. Especially silver fox is my favorite because they have a beautiful fur coat that you can use to tan and make whatever you want from those. And they also are a bigger meat rabbit, so you're getting more meat from them. And meat to bone ratio, you're getting more meat from a rabbit than you would a chicken. And also processing them is so much easier than chickens because you don't have to deal with plucking feathers. It's so much less messy. The fur and the coat comes off so much easier. And if you want that full processing video, that's available, a link in my bio. And we're also having a recipe book coming out here soon of the top 10 meat rabbit recipes that we use, so that will be available soon too. If you want to start raising your own meat rabbits, it's definitely the best and easiest way to put meat, organic meat, in your freezer. What's great about meat rabbits is that you do not have to have a lot of space to grow a lot of meat. This is our little or large rabbit hutch, tractor, whatever you want to call it, and we have really heavy duty tarps on the roof and the sides. These actually roll down, and we put those down in the winter to help with any like draft and keep them more warm. But it's a really simple rabbit tractor, and it works really well for us. You can put quite a few does in here and grow out the meat rabbits on the floor there. In the summertime, we will put the rabbits, the grow outs, in tractors like this, and they'll be able to eat fresh grass all day long. You have to move them a couple times a day, but it really helps to save money on pellets because you're feeding them just from your yard. Feed our meat rabbits the Kallenbach non-GMO all-natural feed with added vitamins and minerals. Meat rabbits cannot survive just on grass. It doesn't have enough minerals and vitamins and the things that they need. So some people do feed them just greens, and you can do that, but we haven't grown enough greens yet, and we're gonna try to do that this coming summer. But we did grow a bunch of comfrey, and that is a really good thing. It's a powerhouse for your meat rabbits, has a lot of vitamins and minerals in it, especially for mamas that are giving birth. And so we just dry it and put it in these type of bags and feed it to them through the winter. And comfrey is amazing because it comes back every single year, and it produces a lot. Like, you can just keep cutting it and it will grow back, and it will give you a lot of food for your meat rabbits. And that really helps to cut down on the cost of pellets because pellets can be really expensive as well. Also growing all kinds of herbs is really good for their digestion, and this summer I'll go over more of what we're growing for them. We also have a big field of clover. You can see this is our clover patch here, so you can also cut this down and dry it for your meat rabbits as well. And also processing your meat rabbits. This is not my favorite part, but it is something that we have to do, and I would rather do it and know that our food was how our food was raised and what was put into our meat rather than buying that mystery meat from the grocery store. So we really like the hopper popper is what it's called. I know that's a crazy name, but this is a really good tool if you're processing a lot of meat rabbits like we are, because we're processing about 15 to 18 rabbits every single month. And so this just makes the process as fast and simple, humane as possible. And so their head just goes into the smallest V part right here, and then you just pull up and it's just like done like that. So if you are processing a lot, I highly recommend getting one of these. This is where we keep the bucks. We keep them separate from the does and the grow outs, and we make sure that we put them up against a building for a wind block. You want to give them straw as well in the winter. You also want to make sure that you don't overfeed your bucks either, because they will not do their job as well if you overfeed them, and you'll start to notice that they have really small litters. So you have to make sure that you portion out their feed as well every day. The thing that I highly recommend is to make sure that you have heated water bowls for your rabbits if you live anywhere that it gets down to freezing temperatures, because you do not want to have to come out here multiple times filling up little tiny bowls of water, because they'll just freeze constantly, and it's actually not good for your meat rabbits to go without water. So I highly recommend getting the heated water bowls. This is what a fully processed meat rabbit looks like, and whatever you can make with chicken, you can make with rabbit. You just have to cook it a little bit different, because you have to use like your crock pot, Instapot. You want to cook it longer so that it's more tender. Cook it with a lot of broth, things like that, but it tastes just like chicken. These are pelts that we have frozen that we're going to be working on soon, and we froze like 3 at a time, so we could just do a little bit at a time. And so we're going to be showing the whole tanning process, and hopefully be making things from these here soon. I'm used to making a lot of short form videos, and so doing long form is a big change for me, so bear with me as I learn how to do long form videos and talk slowly and explain everything, because I'm used to rushing and very short, fast clips. But we're also going to be doing some videos about our greenhouse as well, where we're growing bananas. We grew bananas last January. We harvested them, and right now we have this lemon tree here. It has a bloom right here, and down underneath there's actually little lemons starting to grow. So we should be harvesting lemons here soon too. And we keep our greenhouse going through the entire winter, and that's how it's possible for our fruit trees to be this big. And we do that by using the wood burner and polycarbonate panels on the roof and the sides, and it's been working really well. So if you'd like more videos on meat rabbits, greenhouses, ducks, our Jersey A2 milking cow, I will be doing some long form videos here soon. Let me know what other questions you have about raising your own meat rabbits, because it's seriously the best decision we've made for our homestead and has put so much organic meat into our freezer. So let me know any questions you have, and I'll try to do another video on that.